Three, two, one. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Eston. How are you?
Doing great, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm alright. I'm here.
That's good, man. It's been a good weekend for the Titans, man. Such a good weekend. Decided to bring our expert analyst on set today. Clark, how you doing today, sir?
Doing well. Thanks, honest.
You know, I'm really excited to have you on tonight because you were just so good at analysis, analyzing.
Oh. Well, Clark, tell us what you thought of Sunday's performance. Hold on, Clark. I hate to interrupt you, but me and Eston have a promise. We can't talk about the corners anymore. We're going to turn the show over to you. Have at it. I'm so glad I can edit this after the fact. Talk about the corners, Clark. That's some thorough analyzing, Clark. I hate you guys so much. I'm so glad I can edit it after the fact. It's going to be like 10 minutes long when I get done cutting. Get it all out. Get it out of your system. This is horrible. The bye week was better. Because you're stoned? Alright, I gotta get this back on track. I gotta grab the wheel for a second. Alright, my favorite thing about the entire weekend. Chris Harris versus Harry Douglas. Alright. First off, did you think it was a, illegal hit? I mean, I'm going to say Harry Douglas has no past history of being a dirty player at all. Like, nobody's really ever talked about Harry Douglas as just the worst, down low, trying to take people out. No one ever says that about Harry Douglas. But Chris Harris, on the other hand, after the game. Chris Harris didn't get out the shower good before he took to Twitter. Dude tried to end my career. Plain and simple. Well, he said plain and simple. I don't know where he went to college, but it was not definitely... Nah, man, he was way under the character limit here. He's just a dumbass. I need to see that cash fine Monday. Well, Monday came and gone, and Harry Douglas didn't get fined. He got wooed. Yeah, actually, that was a lot of the responses that he got on Twitter was his quote from last year. Broncos cornerback Chris Harris Jr. was asked point blank, "How do you tackle Rob Gronkowski?" His answer was confirmation of the Patriots' worries and is a huge problem for the NFL. You gotta hit him low, man. Hit him in his knees. That's the best chance you got. That's the best chance you have hitting him. So basically, Chris Harris is crying about the exact same thing that he was an advocate for, a year ago.
Exactly. Just sad that they're getting spanked by the former worst team in the NFL and the Super Bowl champs.
Exactly.
That had a lot more to do with it than Harry Douglas being a dirty player or whatever they want to say.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Not, I don't feel like it's a dirty play. Trying to hurt him, but also that it's a player attacking Rob Gronkowski or an offensive player. He's holding first. You've got Harry Douglas going after his own. He's leaned down a little bit.
No, I understand what you're saying there, but essentially he's crying about going after someone's knees when he basically said that he was willing to do that to another player.
I mean, Harry Douglas is an old man. Maybe he thinks that's the only way he can effectively block is to take some guys out of the knees,
I think he's a crybaby. I think somebody should get him a tissue. But on after that, Aqib Talib, of all people, such a high moral standing, just high character, Aqib Talib, feeding homeless people in church 4 times a week, Aqib Talib, stated that he has the same agent as me, so when I see his ass in Atlanta, I'm going to beat his ass. We should probably believe Aqib Talib, honestly. I mean, Aqib Talib has no dog in any fight ever. He's a punk and a clown, and Avery Williamson went WWE on him in the sideline after in the next play. He threw him like a child. If you're into throwing children, that is. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He probably did make the smart play, and it was kind of amusing seeing him over there on the sideline just chilling. Well, not on the sideline, but in the middle of the field. But on the subject of Luan, other players voiced their grievances with him and our offensive line after the game. Derek Wolfe was quoted saying, "They were all doing dirty stuff. Their whole offensive line's dirty. I get grabbed by my elbow and yanked on my elbow. They were grabbing me by my elbow brace and pulling me to the ground. That's the kind of stuff that's obviously the team they are. They're dirty, and we combated that. Is our offensive line dirty? And if they are, do we care?" Absolutely could not care less. That was a compliment as far as I'm concerned. Luan's quickly becoming my favorite player.
He's been my favorite player for a while. I remember last season before all the mental case stuff about I remember making the dancing bear that tackled that guard Miami. Everybody's like, oh, we need him. Who cares about Luan?
All right, what are your thoughts on Jack Conklin versus probably the best pass rusher in the league? I thought they did a great job containing him and really the entire Broncos pass rush. I mean, the offensive line did a fantastic job.
I mean, it's a smart game plan against that kind of defense.
All right, well, let's flip to the other side of the field. How about our defense? What did you think there? No, there's nothing to talk about, actually. No. He doesn't. He's not worth mentioning this week. The Broncos' run defense was so poor, you could have gone out there and got a few yards, man. No. Moving on to the defense. Derek Morgan, Brian Arakpo, Jarrell Casey wasn't even in the game. They still got pressure. No, I agree. Coming down to the end of the game, it was two different halves. We played two different games, really. Coming out of the locker room, it was eerily familiar of what we've seen dozens of times by now. I won't lie. In the fourth quarter, I was sweating bullets. It was like the story was writing itself for me. I saw us losing this game. I really did. Yep. But I guess that's the difference between this team and last year's team. They're finding a way to finish. Yeah, that Oh yeah. No, light us up, man. Hey, but they did both Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders got over 100 yards receiving. But, they contained them for the most part. Yeah, I agree. But you know what? They finished out. They did it. And that's all. That's what matters, At the end of the day, you got the W. And the Broncos are butthurt, so that was a huge win. Yeah, I still think Denver sneaks in, but I do.